So what do you like to do for fun? Oh, I just smoke a little crack sometimes. Boy, I tell you, sometimes I really think that I'm in the Twilight Zone, or that I'm being punked, or something of that sort. So I am dating, as you guys know, nothing new. I've been dating for a while, on and off, out of relationships, you know. I don't always put myself out there that I have a relationship, but I'm single right now, and I've been single for a minute. But I do date. Every once in a while, I'll, you know, dabble in dating. So I was talking to this dude. He was a cool dude, like, no issues with him, and we hadn't met yet because I met him on a Facebook dating. We were just talking, you know, we had FaceTime. We usually FaceTime, and you know, we have each other's numbers, so we call and we text and we communicate. You know, we keep the lines of communication open. We were supposed to go on our first date last weekend, however, due to unforeseen circumstances, him having to work, he was unable to do so. I'm off on the weekend, so like, you know, I'm free. So I didn't mind. I didn't get upset because, you know, you have to do what you have to do. You have bills you have to pay. And if I had the option of going to work and busting up some overtime or going on a date, well, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to go bust up the overtime. Hello? That's a given. So, you know, we're supposed to go out this weekend, and we're doing our usual talking in the morning before I go to work, talking maybe on my lunch, maybe talking after work. Whatever time we can find to talk to each other, we'll talk. So we're just having a general conversation, and then I just bring up my exes, which I generally don't care to do. But I don't even know how we got on the subject of our exes and their bad habits and things that I think he must have asked me not what ended our relationships or what turns me off or how to, he asked me how to love me. And I told him, I said, well, I don't ever think I've properly been loved, because the only people who loved me, I felt, had addictions and things like that. So I don't know how real their love was, but they would have done anything for me. They would have fought for me. They would have killed for me. They would have done anything for me. But I don't know how real that was, if that was their addiction and their codependency or what it was. So we get on the subject of, you know, addictions, and he said something to me that I found offensive, because I had told him about two of my exes having been on drugs. He said, oh, you like guys who have addictions. That should have been red flag number one, but you know, it wasn't, because I was thrown off by that. And I'm thinking, oh, well, you know, that was a rude thing to say. Like, I said, no, I don't go around purposely dating people that have addictions. I said, don't say something like that to me, because I don't go around seeking out guys who have addictions. Who does that? Like, you know, like, that's ludicrous. Who would do that? That's in their right mind anyway. So I was like, I don't go out seeking out guys who have addictions. Like, you know, it was offensive, because I'm like, so you're basically telling me I like druggies? Like, no, if you smoke weed, that's different. You know, but not smoking. I mean, these dudes smoked crack, cocaine, and snorted coke. That's a hardcore drug. I don't deal with people who do hard drugs, period. I could deal with somebody who smokes weed, no big deal, but not a hardcore drug. So I was like, no. And he was like, oh, I apologize. And like, he backpedaled. And I'm like, why is he even saying something like that? That should have been red flag number one. Sometimes I tell y'all, even though as smart as I am, I just don't be getting it sometimes. I don't get it right away. But now, it's like after the fact, pieces are gelling together. So, I'm like, you know, offended. So we're talking, and he was like, I was like, you know, I just didn't think, it didn't work out. You know, I said, you got to want to get help. You know, I said, if you go look at my ex right now, I said, the dude is being caught. If you go, I said, I looked him up online thinking he's going to be just like everybody else on Facebook, and I was going to find him and just check on him and see how he was doing. What I find when I look him up on the internet, he's been arrested for drug possession, possession of coke crack, possession of a pipe, and caught in loitering in an abandoned building. Homeless per usual. This dude stayed homeless, y'all. He lived with me, but you know, he had to take that ass to work and bring in some income. He wasn't gonna live with me for free, so he was earning income. He had 2 jobs. He was doing it like he was really working. But you know, addictions are stronger than anything if they're not treated. You could be straight for a little bit, but you could be right back off track. So like, I'm like, you know, well, you know, I looked him up and he was on, I said, I mean, I'm like hard drugs, like for real drugs. And then he was like, oh, okay. So I had to go to work, so we got off the phone. So a little bit later, I'm at work. He said, and I quote, I don't see anything wrong with somebody who gets high. I really don't. I don't see the issue with it. And I'm like, this is red flag number 2, y'all. But I still don't see that red flag just a waving and swaying in the sky. So I say, what, because he couldn't possibly mean getting high, like heroin, crack, coke high. He couldn't possibly be saying that to me in all seriousness. He couldn't possibly be. So he goes, so I go, oh, okay. I said, yeah, people who smoke a little weed. I said, I'm not bothered by people who smoke a little weed. That's not a bother to me. I'm not tripping off of some weed. I was like, I don't smoke it, but you know, I'm not gonna be bothered by that. Okay, thinking conversation over, you know. Maybe he smokes weed and he was just trying to get clarification. Maybe he thought I meant like, you know, so he was trying to get clarification. A little bit later, I get a text that says, I pay all my bills. I have a car that's paid for. I go to work every day. I handle my business. I function. He said, but I just want to be honest with you. And I always said I would be honest with you, so I'm going to be honest with you. So I said, then it clicked to me. I was like, nobody is coming clean about weed like that. This has got to be deeper than weed, because like I just told him that I'm cool with you smoking weed. I'm not smoking it, but you can do whatever you want to do. So I said, do you smoke crack? He said, I don't. He said, I smoke, I don't snort. So I said, let me get real live clarification, because maybe I'm still misunderstanding. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, I'm still misunderstanding this dude. So let me get real crystal clear. Let me get super crystal clear. So I said, do you smoke rock cocaine? There's no other way to say crack except crack. Or you can't confuse rock cocaine with nothing else but crack. Rock cocaine is crack. There is no confusion, period. So I said, do you smoke rock cocaine? He said, I do. I said, yeah, that's going to be an issue for me. Delete it. Blocked. I have an issue with people who do hard drugs. This man actually thinks like he's a functioning crack addict, and because he pays his bill, he's not. He has kids, by the way, minors. Because he's not selling their PS4 on the street corner, and because he's not out there strung out and looking and selling somebody's and stealing some from somebody's house yet, that he's a functioning crack addict. Sir, no you're not. You're a functioning crack addict for now. I don't know how long excuse me, you got a burp. I don't know how long he's been on crack. I didn't ask. It ain't my business, and I'm not about to ask, because you know what? It's not that I don't care, I just won't deal with it. I don't know him enough to care about what he does. Because if you don't care about you, I don't care about you. Hello? If you want to smoke crack and I don't barely know you, you think I'm going to sit up here and you're never coming to my crib. You're never going to know where I work, so you can jeopardize my job with some coming up there with some foolery because I work at a pharmacy. No. Who knows if you're not going to come up there trying to get me to get you drugs or something. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way. There is no way you are going to jeopardize my job, jeopardize my safety, jeopardize my... I have a kid, y'all. I cannot see dating somebody, getting close to somebody, my kid comes back and this dude is a crackhead, and I'm dating a crackhead and my daughter's living with me, like, or I'm living alone and I'm dating a crackhead. It's like rolling the dice with your life. I was, no way. And he said this shit, like, he gave me this long dissertation, like, I'm supposed to be cool with the fact that he does drugs. And I ain't judging him. But I know I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my interests. I'm protecting my life. I'm protecting my assets. I'm protecting my job. I'm protecting my possessions. I'm protecting everything. A crack addict is unfucking predictable. All day long, they're unpredictable. And I will be goddamn if I date one. I've been down that road before, and I tried to help everything. With my two that were on, I tried to help them. I loved the hell out of them, and I tried to help them, and I couldn't because they didn't want to help themselves. And if you think you're a functioning crack addict, you know that person does not want help because they think they can function because they're paying their bills and they're not on the street yet. They're not stealing from their kids yet. They're not out here, doing madness and stealing and stuff yet. 41 years old on crack. And I was like, I must be being punked. Like, I was like, MTV or it's gonna jump out of here. Ashton Kutcher is bringing it back and he's starting with me. I'm the first episode of Punked 2019. Gotta be. They getting this lineup for 2020 ready. Punked 2020. The what did they call it? The reboot. I just knew I was a reboot of Punked. Because it's like no way possible this dude is telling me that he's a crack addict and he's telling me he's a functioning crack addict, and it's like, but it's cool if we can just be friends. We can't be nothing. We can't be friends. We can't date. We can't do nothing. And it's not like I think I'm better than him. I just had too much to lose in circumstances like that. And I'd rather be single than date somebody who does crack. Like, and he was a nice dude, but he ain't that nice. Then I'm gonna sit up here and accept the fact that you smoke crack. You ain't that nice. Nobody ain't never that nice. I'm telling you, it's hard in the yard. I was just telling people, if you are in a relationship and you got some minor problems, work that shit the fuck out. Because don't come back out here in this bullshit with these people. Crack addicts, narcissists, cocky ass dudes, like dudes who go on just I can't, y'all. I can't. I know one thing is I'm no longer loving the wrong people. That's for sure. I'm not doing that anymore. You could bet your last dollar on that. I'm not loving the wrong people anymore. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. And hopefully not by accident. Hopefully I can see all the red flags. That's why I started asking questions, and I said I'm going to straight up and ask this dude if he's on crack. He was. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Would you date a crackhead? Would you have tried to help him? What would you have done? Rate, comment, subscribe, share, because it might be somebody else out here in this crazy ass dating world who's going through the same shit I'm going through. So, but I'll see y'all. I'm out of here, YouTubers. Have a good one.